What's up guys, I'm FM Chris. I just want to welcome you to my video. Basically, I'm just going to give you a quick 1 minute intro about me. So I used to be a Yeousch director many months ago. We're talking 6 to 12 months ago. This could be a year ago. I was the last time on here. Back then we had just over 1,000 subscribers, and since then we've grown massively. So it's a pleasure to be back. What I do is something not normal. That didn't make any sense. That sums me up, what I just did there. I play Football Manager, okay? Now, it's not the greatest game to watch. If you're a football fan, then you may enjoy it. Sometimes I go into a lot of detail about football, my thoughts, my philosophy on football. Sometimes I scream like a little girl when I concede. Sometimes I cry when I lose. That's what the game means to me. Graphically, it's not the greatest, so I have to put a lot of effort in to generally just be a knob. What you're watching here is episode 21 of my series that's on my channel. If you're enjoying it and you want to see the backstory of this challenge, then by all means head over to my channel and watch the videos. And apart from that, if you want me to do a specific series for you guys here, then by all means I will. That's it. Apart from that, enjoy the video. Peace. What's up guys, FM Chris. Where do we begin? First off, coffee is where we begin. Now, so last season we finished, let's go back. Obviously we had the loss to Napoli. Napoli was not happy. Threw a little paddy on the video, and I just thought, you know, fuck it, season over. We lost to Juventus even. Now, what pissed me off, I did do the Napoli video, but I got too pissed off because I beat Napoli, and like, I couldn't have won the title, but I was kind of more annoyed that I could have got seconds from numerous amount of games, like Palermo and Siena. Like, looking back at that final end of the season, it just annoyed me, so I just thought I'd end it here. Niang and Montemuro scored, and that was it. We ended the season third, finally in the Champions League after, well, I'm going to show you. I think it's like 5 years. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 European football. We haven't had European football in 5 years. Fuck me, Milan have gone through a tough time. So, I can't really go there because I'm going to spoil it. So basically, we're into the new season. Lots and lots of changes. I'm going to go through all my youth players in a second because some of them have been here for a very long time, and I'm proud of myself, to be honest, that I've managed to at least nurture some of them. So the main first part of the news is players leaving and players coming in. So Boateng, I said in the previous video, see, I'm not sure whether it was in the Napoli video, but basically I said that he had such a good start to the season last year. He played 11 games and scored 10 goals, as you can see. Then he was injured for the rest of the season, and he came back, got injured, came back, got injured. Same as Romeo. So I waited with Boateng till the start of the season to make a decision. And that decision was influenced by the contract. I tried to offer him a contract as a backup, and he would have been on like 46,000 a week. He's currently on 53, and he wasn't happy with that. He wanted 71 grand, and I'm sorry. As much as I love Kevin Prince Boateng, he's been my club captain. He's been one of the best players since I've been here. I'm not going to offer a guy who, unfortunately, has dropped down the pecking order and is probably fourth best, fifth best. I'm not going to offer someone like that 72, 71, whatever, thousand a week. It's ludicrous. I'm not a Man City here. We're not rich. Yes, we're fine financially, but I'm not going to waste 70 grand for a guy who's going to probably pay most of the time from the subs bench. So I spoke to the player. I didn't actually know you could do this. You do a private chat. Let me have a look. History, conversations. Yeah. No, not that one. I'm not happy about being... No, I've done that one as well. Shit. It might have been this one then. Okay, well, it's not. Oh, here we go. I'm considering placing you on the transfer list if you don't agree to sign a new deal. I will show more willingness to negotiate a new deal. I don't want to leave, just want to make sure I get a good deal. So I spoke to him again, and he wanted 65, which is still nowhere near. And I even bumped it up to about 59. I was being generous, but he wouldn't back down. So I also thought it was quite a bad move. I changed the captaincy at the start of the season. Not my greatest move, but I think in the long run it will be okay. The way I just said that. It will be okay. Everything's fine. No, I don't see the point in being scared of not changing the captaincy. I understand that it's bad, but Boateng's leaving. And for a brief couple of weeks, the players didn't like the idea of it. But Morass, I know he's young, is the captain. Based on his determination, his teamwork, and his influence, I think he's the best candidacy. Still said that wrong. Fuck my life. So him and Berdiso. I would happily make Berdiso the main captain, but I think the influence goes a long way. I'm going really in depth with this. Fuck. Let's just carry on. So that was the Boateng situation. I said this in the previous video. Romeo will be leaving. It crushes me to make him leave, but the amount of, well, the lack of playing time he's had under me is annoying, to say the least. He had such a good start first season. It took him ages to get into the flow of things, as you can tell by his average match rating. But when you watch him in the highlights, you can see the difference he makes in the team. With the pass ratio and the tackling, I thought it was decent. And I love him in real life, so that was always an added characteristic in his part. He was always going to stay because I liked him. But due to injuries, especially in the last year, so since he joined me, he was out for 5 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 months, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. He's injured again. I've never had this happen to me, ever. But a youngster hasn't made it, and he is injury prone, so I had to get rid of him. I feel it feels quite realistic for that to happen, but I would have preferred it to have happened to someone else. So yes, Romeo had to move on. It's a shame, but kind of makes me feel old as the AC Milan manager to have a player who's come at the perfect age to progress, and then he hasn't worked out and he's moved on. And I could see Romeo's at a club like Malaga, who are 10th, 15th in the league. So he's not at a big club. So, and then came the most annoying thing. De Siglio was being chased by Arsenal consistently. The fucks. Coffee time. I'm still battling nicotine. 4 days I haven't had a cigarette. I'm doing good. Pat myself on the back. So Arsenal were pursuing De Siglio. They wouldn't fuck off. They wouldn't back down. And it got to the point where they started doing little shitty media things. He was getting unsettled, and I was getting really annoyed because I knew what they were doing. I couldn't stop it. And then came the inevitable. As soon as De Siglio was at the point of cracking, they offered a measly, I know it says 18 million, but it should have been and could have been more. 18 million, and I had to accept because he didn't want to play for me anymore. He said he wanted a new challenge. Yeah, he's unhappy. He wants to move to a bigger club. I did say in quite a number of videos that yeah. So I promised him we would win the league, and honestly, I thought we could do it. But we failed, and obviously he didn't trust me after that, and I don't blame him, but it's annoying. So he went. Very frustrating. But Akore, that's what happens when you're a mediocre team. We're We're easily a top 6 team in Serie A, but we're still not the AC Milan where we used to be. We're getting there. It's been one of my most. I've really enjoyed this series. You might not see it because I haven't technically won a single thing, but I'm enjoying building AC Milan into my team, and we'll go more into that in a sec with all the youngsters. So Akore has left. I sold him. I felt it was time for him to move on. I didn't think he was good enough. He's a very good player, but I found someone better, basically. Sometimes that happens in relationships. You find someone better, just move on. Don't ever do that. It's not nice. It's happened to me. So yes, Juarez Akore, fantastic FM player. I would probably class him as one of the best, consistently. So yeah, that's the main. A lot of loanies. We'll go through those in a second. So Alen Halilovic, I'm not sure I signed him in the previous video. Who signed in December on a free. It's finally arrived. He's had a tough time. Tough time. He's played consistently. How do we put this nicely? Shit. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I love the kid. Then I visited an old friend, Leandro Paredes, who I was trying to find an Iniesta type player. I have Verratti, who's my Xavi. He is the guy who will just consistently create. But I need somebody who can give me that attacking mentality as well. And Paredes is that man. I had him at Locomotive. Thought he did alright. Surprised that he was still there. But he's the perfect player to go. It's a very small midfield, I understand that. But I rate this kid a lot. And then we signed Alvaro Dominguez, whatever your fucking name is. He's also had a reasonably tough time. I know it says he's only played one game. We'll go on to that. Fuck me. But this is the guy who I think is better than Akore. I'm going for players who. I'm trying to find a mix between good players now and good players in the future. I don't want mediocre players. Akore was a mediocre player. Dominguez is not. He was a lot of money. He was wanted by Barcelona, so I reacted literally as fast as I possibly could, and I snapped him up. He's on quite a lot of money as well, 82 grand. After tax, they pay half of it pretty much to tax. Ooh. Okay, so that's the ins and outs. Now let's have a look. Let's just have a brief look at the squad. So Consigli has not really played this season. I've only played one game, and it's a Champions League game. I've been trying to bring in my young goalkeeper. So we're just going to scroll through the players, and you're going to see masses of improvements. It's a shame I should have maybe taken screenshots before I started, or as soon as I signed them, and then I could have compared them. It's a shame. Wish I would have thought that before, because some of the improvements are immense. Delatre actually still kind of looks the same, but I need to go to this page actually. But his overall physical is getting better. He's not that slow anymore. He's still pretty slow, but he's getting quicker, and he's slowly but surely becoming an absolute beast. Digne is still roughly the same. Love the kid. Here are the regens is the main. So D'Incenzo is 20 years old now. He's reached that point where probably at the end of the season I will make a decision whether he stays or he goes. Mentally, he's all-roundedly. That's not a word. Mentally, he's fine. His first touch passing and technique over the years have absolutely. I don't understand how much he's increased, but it's disgusting in a way. Very good player. very, very happy with him. Fischer has improved slightly as well. Here's another Gagliotti. Teamwork, work rate, and passing have improved so much it's unreal. Like, most of these players were all 8, 9s and the odd 11s. Now, in the space of 2 to 3 years, most of them have improved so well. I'm very proud of my youngsters. Cantore hasn't improved, but he was a revelation last season. Gazzetti is probably the probably the worst player I have, actually. That's partly my fault. I can't really play him. But there's been a lot of loanees this season, so I'm kind of opening up that opportunity for players like Gazzetti, and players who I think are good enough for first team football but I can't play them, have all gone on loan, and I'm assured they will play. As soon as it gets to a point where they're not playing, they will come straight back. Because I've made that mistake before, not watching the youngsters and then finding out they just haven't played all season. Morass, on a side note, is one of my best signings ever. His heading has gone from 15 to 18 in a year. Marking is 19. His first touch for a centre-back is absolutely phenomenal. Positioning, teamwork and determination, he's very similar to Dominguez. So I've got two very, very good centre-backs. And to be fair, Dominguez or Morass are backups, because Burdisso will not lose his place. Montemuro, yet again, is another player who hasn't quite had enough playing time. But like I said, he's on loan now to Maritimo. That is the Portuguese league, and he will play in the first team. So I think that's a very good loanee. Niang? Niang hasn't actually improved like I thought he would. Now, in all fairness, he hasn't quite played in the positions where he should. I've kind of done what Ferguson did to Rooney. He came as a striker, he started as a striker, he got replaced, and now he plays strike, left mid, right mid. So he's kind of turned into a Wayne Rooney. He's gone from a promising striker to an all-rounded attacking player. And I know he can only play up front, but he's equally effective, especially on the right and the left. So I don't know whether to be proud or a bit, what could have been. Leandro Paredes just signed. Saporetti is another player with all you're looking at is the greens and the high or yellows. For a defender, I think he's very, very good. I don't think there's anything wrong there, apart from decisions. But you get that over experience. Physically and technically he's good, and mentally he's actually decent. Dario Simeone is another player. Oh, that's it. Saporetti is on loan at FC Porto, who is apparently going to play. He has actually started playing ahead of Alexander, I think their left back is, surprisingly. But you can see why. Positioning and tackling for a 21-year-old is good. He's at that age as well where he will either leave or stay at the end of the season. Big decisions coming. Dario Simeone will stay at the club as my backup left back. Due to his age, he's still in that development stage, and I feel that wasting Saporetti would be worse than wasting. I'm not going to waste Simeone, but he'll be playing in the under-18s, and then when I feel I need to play him, I'll pull him out of the under-18s. But I couldn't do that with Saporetti, and I don't want him to play in the reserves. Vito Simeone as well, I'm not sure whether these two are related, is one of my finest youngsters, technically. Physically, no. But he's the... for a 6-foot lad, he's almost the definition of the modern player. Great balance, great technical ability, like first touch is 17, dribbling 16, passing 16, technique 17. And the mental side will come with creativity, decisions and determination. Positioning will come over time. It's probably the only downside, and his composure. His composure isn't just to pick out a shot or anything. It's a composure to pick out a pass. So that's his downside. But he's played a number of games in the first team. Played 10 last season and played all right. Sogliani I'm sure he was on loan last season. Yeah, didn't play at all last season. Well, in all fairness, he joined like 2 months before the end of the season, and he was on a 6-month loan to Sevilla, so he played decent amount of game time. Quite similar to Simeone. He is the model of a modern footballer now. 5'9", not the greatest technique, good first touch, good long shots to be fair. Passing is 16, but the off the ball composure and concentration are fantastic. Now he lacks what Simeone does well in positioning and all that type of stuff, but then Simeone lacks. Simeone lacks in off the ball and concentration. But like I said about all of these youngsters, the mental will come over time. Vandriel hasn't quite progressed, but that's my fault. I made a decision this year that he needs to start playing more. He played in pretty much all the friendlies, and the first Champions League game is a little cheeky insider. He had a 5.8. We will move on to that in quite a second. I need some water. Excusez-moi. But that was pretty. Anyway, Vergara. So I signed him for 16.75 million from Arsenal last season. He's the model. I keep saying this. He's the model professional for that. For the modern footballer, that's what I'm looking for. 19 work rate, 18 determination, 16 bravery, stamina and balance. And as again, I keep repeating myself, the mental will come, and the technical isn't that bad. But it's all about positioning and off the ball work and reading the game as that CDM, especially for me. And De Jong has slowly started to drop out of the team because he's such a liability. It really is a shame, but he's such a liability. And Verratti, I feel, could do more. I don't think he's that good. Obviously, in the matches and over the years I've had him, he's been fantastic. But I feel he could improve more. So this season we'll see. And to be honest, he'll probably stay for the rest of his career. I think we're done with the... yeah. Tell you what, I think I've covered everything. There's a lot in the reserves that I've released some of them. I've released some of them, and I'll just show you the top guys. So I had this guy come through. Overall, very good. Verdi and Casantana. 19 determination. And obviously, some of them have gone on loan because I need to start improving some of them. And this guy. Anyway, now let's go on to the state of affairs this season. So, what a disgusting game. So, pre-season was well. I've got some extra staff on the side now. I've got Robbie Savage, who tactically is one of the best coaches in the world. But comes the first competitive game of the season. Saint Etienne. Now I'm naturally thinking easy. Now I wasn't complacent. In my mind I was, but on the game I wasn't. I played a standard formation. Controlled most of the game, the passing. I had 17 shots, 58%, 87, 71, 59. Whoa. That's a stats that could be very interesting. And the game did not pan out how I thought it would. To say it simply, they were all over us. Like flies on shit. And what you're about to see is something that would sum up the game, pretty much. So it was 1-1. De Jong got sent off in the last kick of the game. This happened. Good control build up. Boom. Yeah. Very frustrating. But summed up our performance. And this guy absolutely fucking destroyed us. I think the best way to describe is relentless. They were just flat out relentless. So, they have an away goal. Effectively, they have 2 away goals. We have to win, simply put it. As the great Mr. Mourinho once said, we have to win, but I don't want to put too much pressure on you, so we cannot lose. We cannot lose. This is going to be either epic or... Now, Halilovic will not play there because he had a shocker. A shit. He had a shocker last game. And we're going on standard. So, what am I trying to do? Here we go. All I'm going to say is good luck, lads. If you're watching, good luck. Please just say good luck to me. Because they're holding out now. Okay. So there's a flat 5. I may have to change something. Nice. Let's try and give him a bit of confidence, eh? Okay. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to play the passing game. I'm going to control the game. I've changed my mind slightly. But, due to the flat 5, I'm more concerned about... being overrun in the midfield. So they will attack from a deeper position. The fullbacks, should I say, which I should have said before. Formation is awkward. That's actually annoying. I need to create a backup tactic to counteract that. Right, let's go a bit bigger. Oh my god. Lads, we have to start well. I've not been this nervous since that cup final. I could honestly get sacked because I might have to. Okay, we're dropping deeper. We're dropping deeper. I am I'm very, very nervous, lads, because I don't want this to end so soon. Just, lads, let's just take a second, okay? Just keep the ball, please, for the love of fucking God. Okay, this clearly isn't working. Clearly is not working. Despite having the thought that we're going to get overrun, we already are. So I don't see the point in sitting back. I'm not going to attack, but we have to gain a foothold in the midfield. Please just let's try. Okay, Fisher. Now let's just keep it slow. Don't do anything stupid though. Well played. Now keep it coming forward. Just don't do what we did last game. Play him in. Paredes, don't lose it, Muddy. Don't lose it, my man. Yes! Absolutely fucking lovely. Oh, that's against the run of play. Simple as that. There is the away goal. We're back on level terms. Just concentrate for a brief second. Let's slow the game back down, because they clearly play at a high pace. And to say we can't handle that is a fucking understatement. There we go. Belisson has the right frame of mind about this. A cool head is needed. Paredes can do the same ball he just did. My hand's in the air like a twat. Torre to Fisher. Go and have a pop, son. Corner. Game's changing. Slowly but surely the game is changing. If you play that short, he's got acres. Don't bother. Pano. Oh, fuck. How is that? I don't... Composure. Oh, come on, man. Okay, there's room for improvement. Said Etienne Stadium is fucking massive. What is going on here? I need to see where they finished. They finished third. Wow, miles behind. Third. Fourth. Eighth. Third. Okay, anyway, we're sidetracked. Let's have a nice calm. I'm not going to say that. Look to switch off. Nice. Got a lot of time for that. Twat. Let's do exactly what I just did. I have faith. Yes, I have faith. Faith. It's not really working. Should. Moving on. Abate's going to have to hold, because I was playing De Jong right back last game because I didn't have Abate. De Jong got sent off because he's a knob. Still not anywhere near comfortable. One goal will change the game, because then we will have the upper hand. But then if they score, we go to penalties. That is ambitious, to say the least, son. Delatro's playing fantastic. Oh my god! You disgust me. I'm gonna have to take a birthday off. Oh, fuck me. Dominguez is left-footed. Oh my god. Do you know what? The irony that the captain is sitting on the bench. Can I even change the captain? Clearly not. We might as well up it. Actually, I'll leave that and I'll set my shout. I have 2 shouts set up. Trying my fucking hardest here. Now I'm gonna have to unleash Paredes. Unleash the beast. Really don't like the sound of playing a lefty on the right, but I'm using my thoughts. If they cut in, then the lefty will have them. But okay, son. It's now or never. This is heartbreaking. How Saint Etienne have literally just got our number. They are so in our faces, it's scary. Okay, lads, you got to get stuck in though. Fuck me. We are getting destroyed. Please, please no. Oh my god. So don't be that guy, man. Right, Niang, it's time, baby. Paredes will be unleashed. Yeah, we'll set 2 deep lines. Got Cantori will be taken off for. Oh my god! This is it. This is it. We have 15 minutes to score. I don't even know how the away rule works, so I'm not going to get too happy if we score. If we concede, which is going to happen, I think we're out of the Champions League. We're out of the Champions League, lads. We have been well and truly outplayed by a team that... Oh, fuck me. It's not that we were anywhere near. We were outplayed at home. We were outplayed away by a team who play such fast, direct football. We got fucked. I don't really know what to say. I'm very nervous. I'm not angry. I'm really not angry though, like I was with Napoli, because I just think we were outplayed in both games. It wasn't. Yes, it was one mistake that could have changed the game, but we were losing anyway. And if it was the other way around, that we played well at home and we played very, very poor away, then I would not be. I'm in the Europa League. It's not that bad. I didn't know that happened. But it's very frustrating that we've. Maybe it's a learning process. It's the first time I've been in the Champions League on this save, and it's the first time my team has been in the Champions League. I'm curious to what the average age of this squad is. Okay, I will take a tiny bit of comfort from that. We have the lowest average age in the league, and we have the worst teamwork. Nice, in the midfield. Alright guys, it was quite a long episode. I went into depth on numerous things. If you want me to do that type of thing, then let me know. Hello? I may, because I actually do enjoy like slowing it down and just going into detail. Alright guys, take it out. Take it out. Take it out. Bye. Love you.